So hey, what's up guys, this is Karthik here, a digital influencer and entrepreneur, founder and director at Codolens Foundation. Guys, in the previous video of Python end-to-end course tutorial, we have just discussed about introduction of HTML5, and in this video we are going to discussing about the basic structure of website. So before getting late, let's get started. And guys, before starting the video, make sure that you have liked this video and subscribe to Codolens Docs channel, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to visit on codolens.pythonanyway.com, in which you can learn more than 8 plus languages, and even you can run and compile your code using this code playground section, and you can even encounter your doubts very easily and very quickly using this discussion section. So anyways, let's start the video. So guys, first of all, here you can see, after understanding the basics of HTML and the installation of VS Code, which is Visual Studio Code, it is now time to understand the basic structure of a website. In this tutorial, we will focus only on HTML. Therefore, no need to worry about CSS and JavaScript now. We have seen earlier, by writing an exclamation mark, we get the whole boilerplate of the HTML code. It saves our time as we don't need to write the template code manually. The main reason why we use Visual Studio Code is to allow code folding, minimize different sections in HTML, which sometimes becomes necessary to avoid confusion. And guys, basically in this video we are going to discuss about the metadata. What are metadata in HTML5? So guys, here you can see the metadata tag defines the metadata about an HTML document. So guys, basically the metadata is it's a container. You can see it as a container that stored the main data of our web page, and it like the author name, the description of the website, and something else. And metadata will not be displayed on the page, but is machine parsable. Metadata used by browsers how to display content or reload page, search engines, keywords, and other web services. So guys, here you can see the code. So we have to specify the metadata always in the head tag, and now these some attributes of metadata. So guys, there are so many attributes we can specify in the metadata. So some of there are the char set, which is character set, specifies the character encoding for the HTML document content. Text specifies the value associated with the HTTP equif or name attribute. Now the HTTP equif. So guys, this is most important thing in the metadata. So here you can see content security policy. Content type provides an HTTP header for the information value of the content attribute. Default style refresh. And now guys, setting the viewport. So guys, this is also most important topic in metadata. So guys, the viewport is the user's visible area of a web page. It varies with the device. It will be smaller on the mobile phone than on a computer screen. You should include the following elements in all web pages. So here you can see the code for metadata viewport. So we have to first of all specify the metadata tag, then we have to specify the name, and in the name we have to specify viewport, then content width is equal to device, then width, and initialize scale with 1.0, and this gives the browser instruction on how to control the page's dimension and scaling. The width is equal to device width part, sets the width of the page to the following screen width of the device, and the initial scale 0.1 part sets the initial zoom level when the page is first loaded by the browser. Here is an example of a web page without the viewport metadata. So guys, I hope you understand this discussing about the basics of HTML5 or website structures. And guys, in the next tutorial we will learn something more about HTML5. So for that, bye bye, see you later and take care.